What's going on, A to Z Sports and Tennessee Titans fans out there? Sam Phelan here with you for Titans at 2 on a Thursday afternoon. Going to talk a little bit about what we heard at St. Thomas Sports Park earlier today from your Titans coordinators. We got defensive coordinator Denard Wilson, offensive coordinator Nick Holtz, special teams coordinator Colt Anderson, all at the podium to talk about the 0-2 start and where the Titans go from here with Green Bay coming to town. I'm going to give you a reason why the Titans, even if they do get Malik Willis from Green Bay at quarterback, could still lose this game. One reason that you should, actually, two reasons you could be very concerned about this Titans team, and play one of those coordinators who doesn't seem to have many answers for his job sort of being on the line. So a lot to go over here on a Thursday version of Titans at 2. Before we get into all of it, want to remind everybody that Titans at 2 is brought to you by the Lipscomb Sport Analytics Program, where data meets the game, where you can analyze, strategize, and revolutionize by turning passion into profession and going beyond the box score. Lipscomb provides game-changing insights and gives you career-defining skills. So you get off the sidelines and into action with Lipscomb Sports Analytics Program, where you will learn to make the calls that count. Their program turns sports fans into data-driven decision makers in the exciting world of professional athletics. At Lipscomb, they don't just watch the game, they change how it's played through their innovative new sports analytics program. I am a Lipscomb alum. I was able to turn my passion into profession over at Lipscomb, and you can do the same. So go check out Lipscomb's program. You will not regret it. Cannot recommend Lipscomb enough, especially for those of you Nashville folks, for a local option as well. All right, let's get into what some of these Titans coordinators had to say today. Let's start with Colt Anderson, who was asked about the blocked punts, 2 in back-to-back games. Ryan Stonehouse now, Colt pointed out in the press conference, has had 3 blocked punts in his last 3 games, because the last game he played in 2023 was the game that he had the very bad leg injury as a result of his punt getting blocked. So I will go ahead and show you what Colt had to say and how he sort of didn't have many answers for the problem.
Yeah, the coach's point there is we got to do the simple better. 2 weeks in a row is unacceptable. Again, it's on me to get these guys ready, and right now we're not ready. So we just got to continue to apply pressure and get these guys ready to roll.
For that block with with Chestnut, was it a matter of him leaving too early?
He says it's a matter, or it's on me to get these guys ready. And as of right now, we're not ready, therefore implying he's not really doing his job. It was a lot from Colt Anderson of saying, hey, it's unacceptable. We got to be better. We got to give Stonehouse a chance back there. But the reality has been, through 2 games as special teams coordinator in the NFL, Colt Anderson's unit has been a disaster. And I can appreciate the fact that he's standing up there and taking accountability for it. But, I thought it was actually interesting. My colleague Paul Kaharski asked Colt at one point, are you worried at all that 3 days, or if it happens again, maybe you're out of a job? And I don't think Anderson shied away from that at all. He sort of acknowledged the fact that it's a performance-driven league. His performance up to this point has been poor. And so while he believes in the process, he believes in the preparation that the Titans have been doing and his players have been doing, up to this point, it hasn't resulted in anything. It's been, horrible. And so if it happens again, I would not be surprised if Brian Callahan and company, decided to make a change. That's something to keep an eye on Sunday when the Green Bay Packers come into town. Another thing to keep an eye on: what quarterback is suiting up for the Packers? Jordan Love has been practicing in Green Bay. Malik Willis was the starter last week and got a win as the starting quarterback for the Packers over the Indianapolis Colts. So Denard Wilson says the Titans have to be ready for either
On Sunday, we got to prepare for both quarterbacks. Obviously, Love, he's a hell of a quarterback in this league. He played tremendous football last year, and even in the first week, he was playing his tail off. So you have to prepare for him being out there. The way they pass the ball, spread it around. You got to prepare for Malik. Last week they came out and they ran the ball 50 times. So, we'll be ready for both, okay, in terms of our game plan. And, whoever comes out there, we'll go out there and we'll compete to the best of our ability.
The runs that
Prepare for both, and it's going to be a difficult thing to do, prepare for both, because Malik Willis and Jordan Love are very, very different quarterbacks, and the offense in which Green Bay runs when Malik Willis is in there is very different from what they run with Jordan Love. He's not wrong talking about them running the ball 50 times. Josh Jacobs, 32 attempts for 151 yards on the day on Sunday. Malik ran it 6 times himself for 41 yards. Marshawn Lloyd had 6 carries for 15. And then wide receivers, Bo Melton and Jaden Reed, each with 2 carries. So 4 carries and a combined 45 yards from wide receivers. Emmanuel Wilson had 5 carries. So the Packers were not afraid to run the ball. And it is one of my 2 reasons why the Packers could beat the Titans, even with Malik Willis at quarterback. It's their running game. It's the success that they have had on the ground going against a Colts defense last week, and the Colts knew runs were coming, and Malik wasn't really throwing the ball down the field, and they still found a way to get it done. Josh Jacobs is particularly good on the perimeter, and the 5 runs that have gone for 10 or more yards that the Titans have given up this year, so they've only given up 5 runs of 10 or more yards in 2 games. All 5 of them are outside runs, toss plays, end arounds, quarterbacks keeping the ball and the keeper. So it's perimeter runs that are beating the Titans, but that's an area that Josh Jacobs has a lot of success and something that Green Bay utilized. I brought up those receiver numbers. Jaden Reed, 2 carries, 37 yards. He had a 22-yard carry and a 15-yard carry. Bo Melton had a 16-yard carry. So the Packers are able to use their receivers, get the ball out wide, gash the Titans defense. I could see that being a big factor and one reason why Green Bay could win this game. Offensively, it all comes down to Green Bay's defensive line. That is what offensive coordinator Nick Holt said was the most threatening thing about the Packers defense.
The D-line they're so deep, right? There's so many guys that can really rush the passer, right? I would say 6 or 7 guys that are interior and exterior pass rushers. So the fact that they're able to roll those guys and kind of keep them fresh, that's a big challenge. Obviously Jair's a great corner. He's made a lot of plays on the ball. McKinney's had a really good impact coming back in or joining them. And then I've known Keyshawn Nixon a long time. I was with him at the Raiders, and he's become a really good blitzer. So you see him kind of coming off the slot. So those guys, and the 2 backers they can run. So they don't really have a weakness or a weakness at any level that you would say. So they're so balanced that it's been it's a good challenge.
No weakness on the Packers defense and very balanced at all levels, according to Nick Holtz. But he does say that the defensive line is a big, big strength, and Green Bay's ability to have multiple defensive linemen that they can rotate in, stay fresh, bring pressure, with Will Levis being the most pressured quarterback in the NFL. That's a huge factor in this game. Like, I think on paper, the Titans probably should win against Green Bay, but, if Josh Jacobs has success running to the outside and the Titans can't fix what's going on up front, Will Levis is going to continue to be pressured. You've got a chance that this game gets a little bit muddy, and if it gets muddy and the water gets murky, maybe Green Bay can come in here and steal a win. Nicholas Petit-Frere had an awful game. I don't think it's going to get any easier against this Green Bay defense. And so what can the Titans do to alleviate some pressure coming at Levis?
It's probably a balance, right? So you always want to be able to help and kind of, chip on the edges or slide to a certain guy. So we have plenty of that in the scheme, right? And we've been doing some of that, but like last week, with the Jets, they get you in one-on-one rushes, right? That is their scheme. They're going to play man coverage and they're going to get you in one-on-one. So you can only help so many guys, you know what I mean? And so I think there's part of scheming it up, and we've done a decent job about it. We keep trying to emphasize it more and more, but they're going to there's a one-on-one somewhere, every snap. So we just got to win more of those.
When you turned on
Kind of an interesting and somewhat concerning comment when he says, yeah, you can only help so many guys. At the end of the day, you are going to have to win your one-on-one matchups as a blocker, and you're going to have to give Will Levis a better shot here. He's the most pressured quarterback in the NFL through 2 weeks, and for a Green Bay defensive line that, as Holt says, is scary and versatile and deep and always fresh, Tennessee's going to have to find a way to fix their techniques, fix their schemes, give some help to the guys that need it, win one-on-ones, and protect Will Levis. But if you're looking for the path for why the Titans could lose to Green Bay, even with Malik Willis at quarterback, it's because they get beat on outside runs, and Green Bay's defensive line gives them fits. Want to remind you guys that Titans at 2 brought to you by the Lipscomb Sports Analytics Department, where data meets the game. It's their new innovative sports analytics program over at Lipscomb University, my alma mater. Go check them out. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the A to Z Sports Morning Show. Tomorrow. Yeah, right? Yeah. Friday morning, A to Z Sports Morning Show. Keep an eye on A to Z tonight with Buck Rising coming at you with primetime and on A to Z Sports.com for all of your Titans updates. Till then, we'll see you later.